How search engines work, finding one page out of billions. Every day people type billions of questions into search engines. Sometimes it is a quick question. Sometimes it is a full sentence. And within a fraction of a second, a list of answers appears. Websites, images, videos, maps, and more. What makes this impressive is the scale of the internet itself. There are hundreds of billions of web pages online. Yet somehow search engines manage to find the ones most relevant to your question almost instantly. It may feel simple when you type something into a search bar, but behind the scenes a massive system is working to crawl, organize, and rank the entire web. So today we are going to walk through how search engines actually work and how they find the information you are looking for. Chapter 1: The three main jobs of a search engine. At a high level, search engines perform three main tasks. First, they discover pages on the internet. Second, they organize the information they find. Third, they decide which pages are most relevant for a particular search. These three steps are usually called crawling, indexing, and ranking. Together they allow search engines to scan enormous portions of the web and return useful results quickly. Without this system, finding information online would feel like searching for a single book in a library without a catalog. Chapter 2: Crawling the web. The first step is discovering web pages. Search engines use automated programs called web crawlers or spiders to explore the internet. These programs move from page to page by following links. Imagine starting on one website and clicking every link you see, then clicking every link on those pages, and continuing indefinitely. That is essentially what web crawlers do, although they do it far more efficiently than any human could. Over time, crawlers discover billions of pages across the internet. They collect information about each page and send that information back to the search engine's servers. Chapter 3: Building the index. Once pages are discovered, the next step is indexing. An index is essentially a massive database that stores information about web pages. When a crawler scans a page, the search engine analyzes its content. It looks at the words on the page, the titles, the headings, and the links connecting it to other pages. This information is then stored in the search engine's index. The index allows the search engine to quickly locate pages related to specific words or topics. Instead of scanning the entire internet every time someone searches, the system simply checks its index. Chapter 4: Understanding search queries. When someone types a question into a search engine, the system first tries to understand the intent behind the query. For example, if someone searches for best laptops for students, the search engine understands that the person is likely looking for recommendations rather than technical definitions. Search engines analyze the words used in the query and compare them with pages stored in the index. Modern search engines also use machine learning to better understand language and context. This helps them interpret more complex or conversational queries. Chapter 5: Ranking the results. Once relevant pages are identified, the search engine must decide which ones appear first. This process is known as ranking. Search engines use complex algorithms that evaluate many different factors. These factors may include how closely the page content matches the search query, how trustworthy the website appears to be, and how other websites link to that page. The goal is to place the most useful and relevant results near the top of the page. Because most people rarely scroll very far down the list. Chapter 6: The role of links. Links between websites play an important role in search rankings. When one website links to another, it can act as a signal that the linked page contains valuable information. If many reputable websites link to a particular page, search engines may interpret that as a sign of credibility. This concept helped shape early search engine algorithms and still influences ranking systems today. Of course, search engines also look for unnatural or spammy link patterns. Because not every link on the internet is created with honest intentions. Chapter 7: Freshness and Updates. The internet changes constantly. New pages appear. Old pages are updated. Some pages disappear entirely. Search engines continuously send crawlers back across the web to detect these changes. This allows them to keep their index up to date. For certain types of searches, such as news or current events, freshness becomes especially important. In those cases, newer pages may receive higher priority in search results. Chapter 8: Personalization and Location. Search results are not always identical for every person. Search engines may adjust results based on location, language, or previous search behavior. For example, if someone searches for pizza near me, the results will depend heavily on the user's geographic location. Similarly, search engines may prioritize results in the user's preferred language. These adjustments help make results more useful for individual users. Although they also mean that two people might see slightly different results for the same search. Chapter 9: Speed and Infrastructure. One reason search engines feel so fast is the enormous infrastructure behind them. Search companies operate large networks of data centers filled with powerful servers. These servers store the search index and process millions of queries every second. When you press enter on a search, the request travels to these servers, which analyze the query and retrieve results from the index. The entire process usually takes less than a second. Despite the enormous scale of the system. To wrap up, search engines help people find information across the vast landscape of the internet. They do this through three main steps: crawling web pages, indexing their content, and ranking results based on relevance. Automated crawlers explore the web and gather information about pages. That information is stored in a massive index that allows fast searching. When a user enters a query, algorithms analyze the request and rank pages according to many factors including relevance, credibility, and freshness. The result is a list of useful pages delivered in seconds. Search engines have become such a normal part of daily life that it is easy to forget how complex the system behind them really is. By continuously exploring the internet, organizing massive amounts of information, and ranking results intelligently, they allow anyone to access knowledge from around the world in a matter of seconds. Which is a surprisingly powerful capability for something that usually starts with a small search box. This has been a mini Leviathan production. If you enjoyed it, check out our other videos. Comment below what other topics you would like us to cover. See you in the next one.